And God stepped out on space. And he looked around and he said, I'm Moses. I'll make me a world. And as far as the eye of God could see, darkness covered everything, blacker than 100 midnights down in a silent morning. Then God smiled, and the light broke, and the darkness rolled up on one side, and the light stood shining on the other. And God said, that's good. Then God reached out and took the light in his hand. And God rolled the light around in his hands until he made the sun. And he set that sun ablazing in the heavens. And the light that was left from making the sun, God gathered up in a shining ball and flung against the darkness, spangling the night with the moon and stars. And then down between the darkness and the light he hurled the world. And God said, that's good. Then God himself stepped down. The sun was on his right hand, and the moon was on his left. The stars were clustered about his head, and the earth was under his feet. And God walked and walked, and where he trod, his footsteps hollowed the valleys out and bulged the mountains up. Then God stopped and looked and saw that the earth was hot and barren. So God stepped over to this edge of the world, and he spat out his heaven seas. He batted his eyes, and the lightning flashed. He clapped his hands, and the thunder rolled, and the waters above the earth came down. The pine tree pointed his finger to the sky, and the mighty oak spread out his arms. The lakes settled down to the hollow ground, and the rivers ran down to the sea. God smiled again, and the rainbow appeared and curled itself around his shoulders. And God raised his arm. And he waved his hand over the sea and over the land, and he said, bring forth, bring forth. And quicker than God could drop his hand, fishes and fowls, and beasts and birds swam the rivers and the seas, roamed the forests and the woods, and split the air with their wings. And God said, that's good, that's good. Then God himself looked around on all that he had made. He looked at his sun, and he looked at his moon and stars. He looked on his world with all its living things. And God said, I'm lonely still. So God sat down on the side of a hill where he could think, like a deep, wide river to sit down with his head in his hands. And God thought and thought till he thought, I'll make me a man. Up from the bed of the river, God scooped the clay. And by the bank of the river, he kneeled him down. And there this great God, who lit the sun and fixed it in the sky, who flung the stars to the farmost corner of the night, who rounded the world in the middle of his hand, this great, great God, like a man, bending down over her baby. He kneeled down in the dust, toiling over a lump of clay, till he shaped her in his own image. And into it he blew the breath of life. And man became a living soul. Amen? Amen. Amen.